Hey everyone, Josh Case here. Hope you're all doing good today. This is kind of my first video of this type. I'm just starting up this YouTube channel here. And I'm usually behind the camera more often than not. I do a lot of work with productions at church, and I work for a school district too, so I do a lot of work behind the camera, behind the soundboard. So this is really my first time being in front of the camera for most things. So you have to kind of bear with me here if I stutter a bit or say a few things weird. As luck would have it, when I bought this car, it's a Dodge Journey, I just so happened to buy the only one I've seen without roof racks on. I've seen a few more around without them, but almost everyone I've seen has roof racks. So as you can see in that little video there, it takes me probably about 10 minutes or so to get the rack on and get it back off. But it's not a bad solution. I don't know if I take it on the interstate since it's connected through straps to the vehicle, but just driving back and forth to the lake here in town is perfectly fine for that, driving about 30 to 40 miles an hour on average. So yeah, my plans for this YouTube channel here is to hopefully share kind of some of my outdoor adventures that I do. I do a lot of music as well, share some of that with you, and I'm also an engineer, so hopefully get to share some cool projects with you guys. And here in the town where I live, we're really blessed to have a really nice lake here, so that's where I'm heading right now. It's only about 5 minutes away from my house, maybe 10 if there's some traffic. And it's pretty big. It goes all the way up between two towns actually. Has a really nice launch area for kayaks, some nice docks, and some decent fishing. I think the crappie are hitting pretty good this time of year. Caught one the other day that was about the size of my forearm. It was the biggest crappie I've ever seen. There's actually a big lake, a small lake, and then a couple ponds out at this park too, so it's a really nice place to go fishing. If you saw them go by, there's a family of cyclists that went by. It's a great day for cycling. Some more kayakers too. Alright, we're just about the park, so it's going to get kind of bumpy here in a second. Some gravel roads through it all. I gotta say, this is definitely a unique experience because I'm no stranger to public speaking. I did it all the time growing up through scouts and all sorts of leadership positions and stuff like that, but speaking to an audience that isn't physically here is quite the strange sensation. I'm sure any of my other friends who've done videos before like this can relate. But it's definitely a bit of a weird experience, but I'm excited to see how this all turns out. Hopefully start bringing you more videos more often. I'm hoping the audio sounds good too. I just got this GoPro, it's the Hero 5. It's a few generations older at this time, but it was a really good deal on Amazon. I think they have them for $155. I think it's up to $160 now, but it's a great little camera. I'm excited to see how the video quality looks on it. This will be my first time out using it. I have a Hero 3 too I'll wear on my chest so you can see me casting and stuff like that, and that's the one I shot the video with last week. I've had that thing since freshman year of college, so it's been a trooper. I haven't used it that much, but hopefully that'll change here soon. One of my buddies usually keeps his boat in this marina. Guess he doesn't have it out yet this year. That's what I love about outdoors people in general. They're always super friendly. A couple people over on the bank there, and I'm just waving to them as we go by. A few small waves here, a little bit of rolling in the boat, but couldn't ask for a better day. It's beautiful out. See if we can hit a few of my favorite fishing spots, maybe catch something. I'm gonna head back to a tree that I was fishing on the other day. I caught a big crappie there and lost a catfish right at the side of the boat. So I'm gonna see if I can't get him again. Now that I got some fish grips, it'll be much easier to land the cats in the boat. That's the one downside of a kayak, kind of like this one. This is a cheaper kayak, so it's a little bit tipsy. You can't really stand up in it like you can some of the better fishing ones. So when the fish get a little bit bigger, it can get kind of difficult to land them well. Probably gonna get sunburnt on my hands again. I always forget to put sunscreen on them. I wear these long sleeve shirts, that way I don't have to worry about putting it on my arms, and gives me a little bit more protection. And with the neck gaiter, it helps out quite a bit too, keeping the sun off my neck, and the hat helped my ears, my nose. Last week when I went out, I think it was last Friday, it was the first time I went out this year, and I always forget when you sit down that shorts right up a bit over my knees. So my legs were fine, but my knees turned bright red. They got really toasted. Just about lost my hat. And that's one thing, if you're just getting into kayak fishing, you might not really think about it first. It's how long it takes you to get to the spots you might usually be hitting with a regular boat. Whether it's a John boat or a bass boat, or something a little bit faster. I mean, this spot's not that far out, but it takes me probably about 10 minutes of paddling to get to it. Not that I'm complaining, it's good exercise. It's relaxing. One thing I did to my fishing rods about a year ago, maybe 2 years now, is I switched. I wasn't fishing as much as I wanted to, so my line was going bad. Just getting a lot of memory and a lot of twists and tangles in it. So I switched them all over, or most of my lines. I have a few purpose ones that are still monofilament or dedicated braid. I switched most of my lines over to a braided fishing line main line with a fluorocarbon leader on it. And I've been really happy with that. I'm not a tournament angler by any stretch of the imagination, I just do it more for fun than anything, but for my purposes it's really helped lengthen the life of my fishing lines. A good friend of mine taught me this knot, Palomar. And ever since I switched to it, I've never snapped off at the knot. Drifting. Note to self. Don't cast on the side that your fishing rod's on. Oops. choked that too, didn't you? I don't throw